Hello friends, welcome back again to my channel. In earlier video we discussed the part first of the second chapter of your textbook Flamingo, that is Lost Spring by Anis Jung. The story was of a rag picker boy Sahib Alam who belongs to Simapuri, which is situated at the periphery of Delhi. Almost 10,000 rag pickers live there, and they have made rag picking as the only profession they know, and they are transferring this profession to their children also, because children are also contributing in their survival. They are also engaged in rag picking. Let's have a look at the mind map we discussed earlier, so that we can have a brief view of the chapter, its theme, and what we are to study in part second as well. So friends, in the earlier video we discussed the theme of this chapter, that is based on 2 points. First is a never ending state of the perpetual state of poverty, and the other theme, that is age old traditions which are greatly affecting the life of people in the areas which are under study, Simapuri and Firozabad. The special feature or special attention of the author is towards the condition of children, because their childhood is being exploited, because they are being engaged in factories or some other task to earn money. So for the today's discussion we are taking up the second area of study, that is Firozabad. Firozabad is the glass blowing industry of India, and here in almost every house Bengal making industry is established. The characters, the persona under our study are, the first and foremost is Mukesh. He is from one of such Bengal making family. His father is a Bengal maker. His father tried so many other professions as well, but failed, and ultimately he chose his ancestral profession, that is of Bengal making. And one other character, one other important part is the life of women, life of ladies or girls, we will discuss here. The most poignant, the most heart touching expression is of a young girl, Savita, who is engaged in this Bengal making industry. He is making Bengal, learning how to make bangles by soldering the glass from her mother. Two other ladies which are discussed in this part are Mukesh's grandmother and the wife of Mukesh's elder brother. These two ladies are also of great mention here. We will see the condition of women in this chapter who are residing in Firozabad. The author encounters another boy for this story, that is the protagonist of this story, Mukesh. And Mukesh belongs to Firozabad. Firozabad is a city which is known for its Bengal making industry. In every house, people are engaged in making bangles of glass. The condition of people here is also the same, that they are also poverty stricken. They even do not have potential, do not have dare to think out of the box, to think other than bengal making, and they are transferring this profession from one generation to the other. They think that this is the only destiny fixed for their caste. The condition of people living in Firozabad is also the same as was in the Simapuri, because in Simapuri it was transit homes there. Here in Firozabad also you will see that people are living in hovels, hutments, and lanes are chalked with garbage. Hovels are there, hutments are there with the crumbling walls, shaking walls, wobbly doors. Humans and animals coexist, means in the same room animals and humans both are living there. People are engaged in making bangles, and they think that this is the destiny, stigma of caste. This is their God given lineage. They cannot be spared upon. They cannot leave this profession because they are born in this caste. So they are to make only bangles. They are made for bangle making. But Mukesh is somehow different. He is a daring boy. He dares to be a motor mechanic. He wants to drive a car actually. From here itself, the title of this chapter is derived. I want to drive a car. Let's have a look at the condition of children and women in Firozabad. Children learn making bangles in dark hutments because it is so believed that because they are born in bangle making family, so they are made for only bangle making industry, and elders are giving training to the children. As they are working in dark hutments, their eyes are more adjusted to the dark. And the greatest problem of this bangle making industry is that people who are working in those dark hutments lose their eyesight, because when they are polishing the glass bangles, the dust of glass will go into their eyes, and they will become one day blind before their adulthood. People are unaware that it is illegal to engage children in making bangles. Savita is a young girl. She is soldering pieces of glass. Her hands are working just like the tongue of a machine, just like some instrument of a machine, and never having any rest. But the important thing is that she even don't know the sanctity of the bangles, sanctity, holiness. When the bangles will be used, when a girl will get married, and at that time red will be there on her head, and red bangles will be given to her to wear. But they only know the bangle making. The condition of women is that women are malnutritionist because they are not getting full meal. Even a lady says that शेर भर खाना भी नहीं खाया. These are the words of the lady working in the dark hutments. On the question of making a cooperative, when the author asked those people that they can make a cooperative and they can establish their own factory, they says that they are being dragged to jail. for something illegal. The people are so unaware that engaging children in any factory before the age of 14 is a crime, and they are being dragged to jail for such criminal activity. The other thing is that these people are having no leader with them. There is no leader to lead and to make a cooperative and to find out the reasons or the measures of illegal doing. There is no one to help them. People are so helpless there. They couldn't make their own cooperative. They do not have their own leader. They have no other help from our politicians, our governments, and so is the condition of people, that they are poverty stricken by generations. One generation is transferring this load of the burden of the loans and the money to the next generation. Such is the condition, and in between the life of children is crushed. This is the ultimate theme of this chapter. The problems of Bengal makers, which are discussed in this chapter, the first and foremost is that they are poor. Their families are poor. They are not having enough money to fill their bellies with food. The making of or renovating their house is a great achievement which Mukesh father achieved in his life. People think there that this is the stigma of caste, because they are born in this caste, so it is God given lineage that they will have to make bangles only. They are made for bangle making only. And for the people living there, one more problem is that of a vicious circle of middlemen, sahukar, police, government and politicians. All these people are crushing the lives of these bangle makers, and among them our protagonist Mukesh is one such child. But here in Firozabad, no child can dare to stop bangle making or to think out of the box, to think of some other job. But now Mukesh is having a dream in his mind that he want to drive a car. He belongs to a poor family. He cannot buy a car, so he thought that if he becomes a motor mechanic, he will certainly get a chance to drive a car. So we can rightly analyze that Mukesh has the spark to dare to be a motor mechanic and drive a car. So friends, this is all about this story of Firozabad, story of bangle making families, protagonist Mukesh and the young girl Savita. The most poignant expression, most touching story is of Savita, the young girl who is unaware of the sanctity, of the holiness, of the piousness of the bangles, and still she is making bangles. She is engaged in making bangles. She is walking in dark hutments, losing day by day her eyesight, her health, and after all, her own childhood. So friends, now we are going to the another section of our discussion, that is reading the original text. Friends, this is the text of the chapter. Let us read. Mukesh insists on being his own master. In earlier story we discussed that Sahib is no longer his own master, but Mukesh insists on being his own master, and he says that he will be a motor mechanic someday. He announces, "Do you know anything about cars?" I ask. The author asked him about the cars. "I will learn to drive a car," he answers, looking straight into my eyes. His dream looms like a mirage amidst the dust of streets that fill his own town, Firozabad. The life of people in Firozabad is full of dust of the streets. But in those dusty streets, his dream looms like a mirage. Mirage is a kind of a optical illusion which is caused by atmospheric conditions. It generally occurs in desert area where we get the illusion, the hypothesis that at some distance there is water, but that is not water. It is actually a refraction of light from the sky and the heat of the earth. Earth is heated during daylight and there is sunlight, and due to that heat and reflection of light we see such kind of illusions in the desert. So his dreams are also just like mirage. There is actually no water in the desert, but it is just an illusion. Famous for its bangles. Firozabad is famous for its bangles. Every other family in Firozabad is engaged in making bangles. It is the center of India's glass blowing industry, where families have spent their generations working around furnace, welding glass, making bangles. Welding for which purpose? When we are to make bangles, suppose we have a straight wire. And we are to make bangles. Then what we are to do? We are to give it a round shape, and then some soldering should be done. Welding of this glass, then a bangle will be made. So welding glass, making bangles for all the women in the land, it seems. Mukesh's family is among them. None of them know that it is illegal for children like him to work in the glass furnaces with high temperature, in dingy cells, dark cells, without air and light, that the law, if enforced, could get him and all those 20,000 children out of the hot furnaces, where they slog, where they work hard, their daylight hours, where the 20,000 children are working in the hutments, in the dark rooms where there is no light, there is no air, and they are to work just beside the furnace in high temperature, and they are to do the slog hard working during the whole day. And by this working in the dark hutments, they lose the brightness of their eyes. Mukesh's eyes beam as he volunteers to take me home, which he proudly says is being rebuilt. Mukesh is very much proud that his family could afford to rebuild his house. We walked down stinking lanes, bad smelling lanes that were choked with garbage, past homes that remain hovels, hutments with crumbling walls, wobbly doors, no windows, crowded with families of human and animal coexisting in a primeval state, primitive, ancient time. So when the author went to this place, Firozabad, where Mukesh is living, his family is living, she noticed that there are stinking lanes, bad smelling lanes, because garbage is there on the roads. Homes, people are living in hovels, not homes. They have only hovels. Hovels means which is a half-built home, small squalid you can say, or simply constructed dwelling, not fully constructed building. With crumbling walls, crumbling, breaking or falling apart means some part of the wall is broken. Crumbling walls, wobbly doors, wobbly, trembling when you try to open some door, when it trembles, shake. No window, crowded with the families of human and animals. People are living in a very primitive stage, and animals and humans, they both coexist there. He stops at the door of one such house. Bangs opens a wobbly iron door with his foot and pushes it open. We enter a shake. Half-built half-built hut, you can say. In one part of it, thatched with dead grass. Thatched. Thatched means a roof that is made of dry grass. So the roof is not of cement, it is made by the straw of grass. And in that room there is a firewood stove over which sits a large vessel of sizzling spinach leaves. On the ground, in large aluminum platters, are more chopped vegetables. A frail young woman is cooking the evening meal. It is the preparation time of the meal, and the lady in the house was ready for the meal. The whole family, for the whole family. Through eyes filled with smoke, she smiles. The lady is having full smoke in her eyes, filled with smoke. She is the wife of Mukesh's elder brother. Not much older in years, she has begun to command respect as Bahu, the daughter-in-law of the house, already in charge of 3 men, means she is to take care all the 3 men in the family, because she is the Bahu, daughter-in-law of the house. Her husband Mukesh and their father. There are 3 men. First is her husband, then Mukesh, then their father. When the older man enters, she gently withdraws behind the broken wall and brings her veil closer to her face. She is to cover her face when some elder enters. As custom demands, daughters in law must veil their faces, cover their faces before male elders. Whenever some male elder enters, the daughters in law, they are to cover their face with some cloth, some dupatta, or like some other kind of cloth. In this case, the elder is an impoverished bangle maker, trained bangle maker. Despite long years of hard labor, first as a tailor, Mukesh's father was earlier a tailor, then a bangle maker. He has failed to renovate a house, send his 2 sons to school. All he managed to do is teach them what he knows, the art of making bangles. So Mukesh's father has only one art, has only one skill, that is of making bangles, and that he has transferred to the next generation, Mukesh and his brother. It is his karma, his destiny, says Mukesh's grandmother. Mukesh's grandmother is there, and she says that it is his destiny, future luck. who has watched her own husband go blind with the dust from polishing the glass of Bengals. This is the drastic situation of Bengal making industry, that people are getting blind due to the dust which goes straight into the eyes due to polishing of Bengals, polishing of glass. Can a God given lineage ever be broken? Series of family means they consider that because they are born in Bengal making industry, they are to make Bengals only. She implies born in the caste of Bengal makers, they have seen nothing but Bengals in the house, in the yard, in every other house, every other yard, every street in Firozabad. Spirals of Bengals, sunny gold, paddy green, royal blue, pink, purple, every color born out of the 7 colors of the rainbow. Means of each and every color you will find Bengals there in the Firozabad. Lie, such Bengals lie in mounds in large amount in uncamped yards, unprotected. Means the yards are never protected, they are not covered with walls, but Bengals are there. So many Bengals, large number of Bengals are there. They are piled, they are in heap of Bengals are piled on four-wheeled handcarts pushed by young men along the narrow lanes of the shanty town. Shanty means the boundary, the periphery of some town. And in dark hutments next to lines of flames of flickering oil lamps sits boys and girls with their fathers and mothers, welding pieces of colored glass into circles of Bengals. Boys and girls are engaged into soldering the pieces of glass and making Bengals. Their eyes are more adjusted to the dark than to the light outside. That is why they often end up losing their eyesight before they become adults. This is the most drastic situation, that children are losing their eyesight before being adult. Now coming the most heart touching story of a girl, that is Savita. Savita, a young girl in a drab pink dress, sits alongside an elderly woman soldering pieces of glass as her hands move mechanically, just like a machine. Like the tongue of a machine, I wonder if she knows the sanctity of the Bengals she helps make. Sanctity, the holiness. Means she is unaware of the sanctity, the importance of these Bengals for a lady. It symbolizes an Indian woman's suhag, auspiciousness in marriage. It will dawn on her suddenly one day when her head is draped with a red veil. Red veil will be given to her also when she will become a bride. Her hands dyed red with henna and red bangles rolled onto her wrist. She will then become a bride, like the old woman beside her who became one many years ago. She will also become a bride. She will be given a veil on her head, red bangles on her wrist, and henna on her hands. She will become a bride one day and she will get married, like the old woman beside her. But what is the condition of the lady after marriage? The lady says she still has bangles on her wrist but no light in her eyes. And look at the poignant condition of the ladies. एक वक्त शेर वर खाना भी नहीं खाया. Means they are not getting enough food to fill their bellies. She says in a voice drained of joy, drained which is dried, there is no joy. She has not enjoyed even one full meal in her entire lifetime. That is what she has reaped, what she has earned in her whole life, that she couldn't get proper meal even for a time. Her husband, an old man with a flowing beard, says, I know nothing except Bengals. All I have done is make a house for the family to live in. All is that Her husband has made a house out of this making bangles. Hearing him, one wonders if he has achieved what many have failed in their lifetime, but he may be considered as a successful person in bangle making, because others are there who have not been able to build a house for their families. He has a roof over his head. The cry of not having money to do anything except carry on the business of making bangles, not even enough to eat, rings in every home. Rings present in every home. The young men echo the lament of their elders. Lament, expression of sadness for the dead. The young men echo, repeat the lament of their elders. Little has moved with time, means from generation to generation they are crushed. The people are being crushed due to this bangle making industry, due to the little learning. It seems in Firozabad years of mind-numbing toil have killed all initiative and the ability to dream. That the people working in this bangle making industry of Firozabad, after a mind-numbing toil, mind-numbing means bad and boring. Toil means lengthy work. After this lengthy hard working, in which they are not getting proper food for their families or proper earning for their families, they have lost the ability to dream. They couldn't dream even. Why not organize yourself into a cooperative? This is the question raised by the author, that you should make a cooperative of your own. I ask a group of young men who have fallen into the vicious circle of middlemen, vicious, cruel circle of middlemen who trapped their fathers and forefathers, even if we get organized. People replied that even if we get organized, we are the one who will be hauled up by the police. We will be hauled up by the police, beaten and dragged to jail for doing something illegal. Means people are unaware of the child labor. They say there is no leader among them, no one who could help them see differently. Their fathers are as tired as they are. They talk endlessly in a spiral that moves from poverty to apathy to greed and injustice. The people are so helpless that they are bound to live in this poverty stricken conditions. Listening to them, I see two distinct worlds. One of the family, caught in the web of poverty, burdened by stigma of caste in which they are born. The other, a vicious circle of saukars, the middlemen, the policemen, the keepers of law, bureaucrats, and the politicians. This is the other world, because they are making promises to them that they will improve upon the condition of these people, but on the ground level they are not doing nothing for them, and people are bound to spend their whole life in poverty. Together they have imposed the baggage, and what both these stakeholders are doing, both the stakeholders means the people who are living in poverty and the other stakeholder, that is saukars, middlemen, policemen, keeper of law, bureaucrats, and politicians, means the whole government agency. What they are doing, what both the stakeholders are doing, that they are imposing the baggage on the child. They are shifting the burden to the shoulders of the child that he cannot put down. Before he is aware, he accepts it as naturally as his father. Just like his father, he is to accept unknowingly To do anything else would mean to dare, and daring is not part of his growing. He has not been given the chance to dare. When I sense a flash of it in Mukesh, I am cheered. The author was very much happy with the daring sense in Mukesh. I want to be a motor mechanic. He repeats, he will go to a garage and learn, but the garage is a long way from home. I will walk. He answers that I will go there by walk. He insists. He is insisting. But then again, there is a question that is based on the dreams of a person. Do you also dream of flying a plane? He is suddenly silent. No, he says, staring at the ground. In his small murmur, there is an embarrassment, shamefulness that has not yet turned into regret. He is content to dream of cars that he sees hurtling down the streets of his town. Few aeroplanes fly over Firozabad. Because he has not seen aeroplanes, a few aeroplanes are only flying over Firozabad. That is why he is not dreaming of flying a plane, but he insists that he will learn how to drive a car. So this is all about the text of the chapters, friends. Now we are going to the last section of our discussion on this chapter, that is questions and answers which have appeared in the previous year's CBSE papers of All India Senior School Certificate Examination. So friends, these are the questions that have appeared in the CBSE papers from 2013 to 2019. Let us have a quick view of the questions and the value points suggested by the CBSE in their answer keys. We will match those value points with our study. What we have studied up to this time, we will match those points with our study points, so that we will check out that up to which level our study is going on, up to which point we are scoring. So without wasting time, let us read the questions. You can also note down these questions by taking screenshots. First question is, why could the bangle makers not organize themselves into a cooperative? We discussed in our mind map, then again in the text as well, that they have no leader with them. They are hauled up by the police for doing something illegal. What is illegal? Engaging children in industry. They are poverty stricken. They are burdened by the stigma of caste. And the other thing is that they are bound to live this life because of the vicious circle, cruel circle created by saukars, middlemen, policemen, keepers of law, bureaucrats and politicians. The question was of only 2 marks, so CBSE considers that only 2 points are sufficient. If you are mentioning from only 2 points from the above, you will get full marks. Next question is, it is his karma, his destiny. What is Mukesh's family's attitude towards their situation? What is the attitude? Because they are born in the bangle making family, so they will have to be a bangle maker. It is their destiny. They consider it. They are to accept it mutely. They cannot dream of any other option due to stigma of caste, and they have no initiative left. They have no ability to dream with them. Next question is, listening to them I see 2 distinct worlds. Which are the 2 distinct worlds we talked about during the reading section of this chapter. In the context of Mukesh Bengal Maker's son, which two worlds is Anis Jung referring to? The world number one, that is of a poverty-stricken family, which is burdened by stigma of caste, and the other world, that is the world of the vicious circle created by saukars, middlemen, policemen, keeper of law, and bureaucrats. That all these people who are called government or the whole economical agency, you can say economics agency, all these people are showing imaginary world to these poverty stricken people, and what is the real condition? That they are bound to live in poverty. They are bound to live in scarcity even of food. Next question is, what are the hazards of working in the glass Bengal industry? First hazard, that they are to spend their whole time slog daylight hours with high temperature in dingy cells, without air, without light, losing their brightness of their eyes, and go blind with the dust from glass polishing. Mind numbing toil is there, which kills all initiative and the ability to dream. The question was of 6 marks, and it is supposed that you will mention all these 4 or 5 points. Next question is, what are the two most admirable qualities in Mukesh? Two most admirable quality. First quality, that he thinks big. Second quality, that he thinks out of the box. He challenges his destiny. Third quality, that he dares to become a motor mechanic someday. What is Mukesh's dream? That he wants to drive a car, and for car driving he wants to be a motor mechanic. Wanted to be a motor mechanic, wanted to drive a car. He plans to join a far off garage, willing to walk to the garage to learn driving. He says that he will achieve it through optimism, determination, hard work, and willpower. Any one from each. The question was of 3 marks only, so any one from each. Next question is, Mukesh dares to dream of a different life. What circumstances forced Mukesh not to pursue his family business of making bangles? The value points are, bangle makers working at furnace in high temperature in dingy cells without air, light, and they often lose their eyesight due to the polishing of glass, due to the dust which is there by polishing of glass bangles. They have terrible living conditions, facing health hazards as they lose their eyesight before their adulthood. They are living in perpetual state of poverty, perpetual, which is never ending. They are to deal with vicious circle created by saukars, middlemen, politicians, bureaucrats, policemen, forcing them back into poverty, and ultimately the burden is shifted to the children, because they are the coming generation and they will have to face the burden in future. Mind numbing toil has killed all initiative and dreams. Inability to form cooperatives because they are having no leader and they are dragged to jail for something illegal. The last question is, Mukesh finds himself caught between two different worlds. How do they affect his life and that of the others bangle makers? The two distinct worlds of bangle makers and exploiters. One is the bangle maker who are poor, who are affected by the stigma of caste, who have no ability to dream, who are to live in poverty, who are involved in mind-numbing work, toil, robbing them of initiative, belief in destiny, not allowing them to change their condition. Hence, living in abject poverty and misery. This is the world which is for the people in Firozabad, who are engaged in the bangle making industry. The second world is of exploiters, who are exploiting the life of children, life of people. The exploiters, the policemen, the politicians, the bureaucrats, the policy makers, the middlemen, the sahukar, not allowing them to form their cooperative, not allowing leaders to emerge or to take an initiative. But Mukesh is different from these two. Mukesh is quite different. He dares to dream of becoming a motor mechanic and drive a car. He says that he will join a garage far away. He will go there by foot, and he will learn how to drive a car. He will someday wants to become a motor mechanic. The spark of life, the spark to achieve, the light to achieve the goal in life is there in the eyes of Mukesh. The story is based on the positive attitude of a human, Mukesh, to achieve his goal in life. So this is all about this second part of the chapter. Students, we have discussed the CBSE questions, the text of the chapter, and the mind map for our quick revision. I hope that you will note down all the points of this chapter in your notebook. First, if you are to prepare severely for your CBSE examinations, you are to prepare the mind map in your notebook, so that it will give you a quick revision. Whenever you will see this mind map, all the facts will be there before you. Then the second thing, that is the revision of questions and answers, especially the questions that have appeared in the CBSE papers. So I have presented the sample answers, the value points which are suggested by the CBSE in the answer keys. Thank you very much, and hope for your better preparation and high score in the annual examination. Thank you very much. Please like, share, comment. Thank you for being with me. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.